Yeah, yo, YouTube. This ought to be a quick and hopefully to the point one. So I put that extra 128K RAM into this Commodore 128, and I struggled screwing around with machine code trying to find a way to test it. And I was able to load values and push them into memory and stuff like that. But so I was somewhat confident the thing worked well. But I decided to hit Google. And I found this awesome thing called memtest 64. And at first, I kind of overlooked it, and then I actually dug in a little more when I noticed on the screenshot it said C128. And this is a lot more than memtest 64. This is some awesome coding right here, and this thing will basically test any Commodore 8-bit machine there is as far as memory is concerned. And I was, really impressed by it, and I'm probably easily impressed when it comes to writing code. But this has got to be some really killer stuff this dude wrote, even by an established programmer standards, not just my Neanderthal, you know, abilities here. So anyway, I have it loaded on the SD to IEC, and let's see. We'll get it running. And this program runs in 40 column and 80 column, 128 mode, 64 mode, doesn't matter. And I was really happy to see that it actually does see the 256K of, actual physical memory attached to the thing. I've got the Ultimate cart plugged in as a 512K RU. It sees the 64K VDC RAM in it. It'll auto detect all that stuff. So here, this guy's code can speak for itself. Who was this? Robert Olesic? Whoever you are, I love you, brother. This thing is awesome. So it will, detect memory, NTSC, or PAL. I think it's a little confused by my machine, though, because it's an NTSC machine running on 50 hertz power. So I don't think it's quite detecting the CPU speed properly, because it does that based on the CIA timer. And I'm sure the CIA timers are driven off the actual frequency of the mains power coming into the thing. So at any rate, this thing, it slices, it dices. You see it playing with the VDC there. We have the Whopper showing us what the what all the address lines and data lines are doing, and I'm really impressed by this thing. This is a disassembly, but this is the assembly of it. The actual assembly code that he compiled in CC65 or whatever he used. I'll put a link to this down below, but if you're interested in learning how to code, this has got to be a textbook example of the right way to do it. And yeah, this will run on PET, VIC, LCD, TED machines, even on the CBM2, which I've only ever seen pictures of. But it detects everything and beats the hell out of all the memory. So yeah, anyway, I just kind of wanted to share this. Like I said, I overlooked this thing at first, thinking it was just another Commodore 64 memtest thing, but no, it is much more. And if you're working on a C64 with bad memory and you get led astray by, the dead test and diagnostic cartridge, I think this is a much more proper memory test. So after you get the thing booting enough to load a program, I would highly recommend loading this thing up. It just hell of a program. I was really impressed by it. And there we go. It's gives you some numbers when you're done, and you can kind of compare that. It's almost like a little benchmarky kind of thing. Obviously, everything here is going to be a little bit faster. He was running on a PAL machine, and this is running just a hair faster because it's clocked for NTSC. So yeah, that's I guess that's really all I can say about it. That's all I got to say about that. But here we'll fire it up again in VDC mode. Just so you know, I'm not BSing you. But yeah, this is a real actual machine with lots of memory and a really, really cool way to test it. So just shout out to this dude who wrote this, Robert. Thank you. Hopefully you're still around and active in the community, and we appreciate you, sir.